Hello and welcome to Nashville. My name is Justin. I'm the owner of Team 53, and I've partnered with Coach Dave Academy and Impel Motorsports to bring you this week's Learn to Drive video for late model stocks at Nashville as part of iRacing's 2025 Season 3 Week 11 official series. If you guys can, make sure you like and subscribe. It does a ton to help out my channel. I'm a very small time racer here in Wisconsin. I have a late model parked in my garage for pretty much the entire summer. My daughter Sydney's been racing go-karts at Badger Kart Club and at Road America. She's been having a blast, and I'm hoping to maybe be able to build out a second go-kart and be able to get on track with her a little bit. So everything you guys can do here, whether it's watching through the entire playlist of videos, liking, subscribing, sharing this with a friend who might need some help here, anything that you can do, it definitely helps out for us. So as we talk about Nashville this week, the big thing to know is that for official series, the track temp is going to be very hot. So the track is going to get greasy, it's going to slip, you're going to slide, and it's going to be probably some better racing, similar to what you guys have seen all season here with these day races, um, in getting some heat in the track and really, being able to navigate it really, really well. So let's head out here for qualifying. We're going to tire heat like we always do, gas, brake, swerve, left, right. You can grab all these setups that I'm using at team53racing.com. We are taking signups for next season. Join our Discord. Send me a DM if you're interested in joining the team, and we'll see what we can do for you. But we definitely want to try and add some new blood to the team. So whatever we can do there, send us a message, and we'll get you going there. So um, also, great time to talk about my friends at Impel Motorsports. They're a next level sim rig as well as a Moza dealer. So if you're looking to upgrade your sim racing equipment, head over to my friends at impelmotorsports.com. Let them know I sent you. If you're looking for a new sim rig, head over to the Team 53 Discord. It's linked in the description below. Once you join the Discord, head to our announcements tab. I actually pinned the message this week, so you should be able to find out how to get free shipping on your next level sim rigs through Impel Motorsports. So you can see here as we go into qualifying, we're going to go high here in 3 and 4 and get a huge run. Get as much speed built up as we can down this front stretch. And now we are nice and tight here up against the wall, about 1 1/4 squares off the wall. Pretty close from the cockpit view. You can see I'm just straddling this seam here down the front stretch. Just parking my driver right over to the top of it and using that to get me there. So now we go down the front stretch, and then as we get close to where these dash lines are, you can almost see like the wall almost starts to bend out here. It doesn't really, I don't think, but it looks like it does. And so from a visual perspective, that's where I start to turn in. It's basically right about the Legends track when you're even with that here in the far chase cam. That's where we're going to start to turn in for the corner. We're going to arc it in. Now, a lot of you guys will want to go all the way down to this yellow line here. And at Nashville, typically, just like New Smyrna, the line is one lane up. So we're going to take this black seam here that goes through this corner, and we're going to park our left sides on that. And we'll kind of straddle that seam. So you can see here we've got the car right side tires right on these dash lines. As we get around the corner, we're going to start to throttle up. And then as we start to progress even further, we're going to throttle up even more. And then here on exit, we're full throttle. Wheel is barely turned in on this one because there's this big hump here off the corner. And if you have a lot of wheel in your car when you come up off this hump, the car's going to unload and it's just going to come right around on you. So if you're struggling with it spinning out here, exit of 2, look at how much wheel you have in the car and kind of adjust that. So we drive flat out off this corner, kind of the same thing down the backstretch here. I'm just going to straddle the seam, let it take me the length of the backstretch. As we get close here to corner 3, to the third corner, start to turn in kind of at these available for sponsorship billboards. And then as you turn in there, we're going to do kind of the same thing we did in 1 and 2. We're going to run this seam, and then we're going to arc it down, and we're going to drive straight up off this corner, and we're going to get ourselves a nice 5:99 lap time. I have no doubt that you're going to start to see some faster lap times as the week creeps on, but that's going to be a great lap to get your week started. So Let's go inside the car, presented by my friends at Overdrive Racing Oils and Lubricants. They are an AMS oil dealer, an independent AMS oil dealer. If you're looking to do your own oil changes, look no further than Overdrive Racing Oils. They've got AMS oil has this great oil change package where you get the funnel, all the oil that you need. You just put your car in. Link is in the description below to head there. Anytime you order from them, we also get credit and it helps us out. So let's go inside the car. And there you have it. There's your 599 lap. Now let's go look at race trim. So we made a few different race runs. Track temp kind of kept going up, but this was definitely my best race run here. And this is going to be, like I said, this car is going to, especially if you're using a Team 53 custom setup, it's going to trend a little free, which I think is going to work out okay. And then I also geared this car really, really conservatively. I felt like this last week at Southern National, our long run speed might have been lacking a little bit. So I geared this car down just a little bit to see if we could get a little bit better long run speed in it. But the race line is going to look exactly the same as Q line. The biggest thing for here is just going to be, watching for somebody getting to your inside, whether it's entry to 3 or entry to 1, and just really giving them space. I feel like Nashville's a track where you can kind of defend using the outside line a little bit, but it's also a track where you don't really want to get caught on the outside line. So really look at how much time you're giving up if you really want to be fighting for a position, or if it just makes sense to dive back in and follow behind. But like I said, we're geared with the Team 53 gear very conservatively to hopefully give a little bit better long run speed, and that's something that I think a lot of people, when you're looking at building setups, you kind of forget is like, what are we going to have, 30, 40 laps into a run? And Nashville's a track where if everybody runs well together, you can definitely see, really, really long runs here, especially once everyone kind of fans out a little bit. It's a big track, 6/10 of a mile. You can definitely get a lot of long green flag runs. I've also seen races here where because of turn one, particularly, and that's a point of emphasis, is going to be turn one. Just like New Smyrna, especially on initial restarts, right? You have the guy on the bottom that wants to push up, the guy on the top that wants to pinch down, and you guys are going to kind of meet in this middle here. So you're really going to have to watch that, particularly turn one here on restarts, just to see kind of what you have there. Um, but other than that, it's a fairly easy track to drive. I feel like once you kind of get into a good rhythm, you should be okay. Um, the biggest thing, like I said, is just going to be watching for incidents, watching for guys trying to dive their nose underneath you, watching for guys trying to, cross you over on corner exit, and just being there and being ready for it. Not necessarily throwing a block, but also not being super difficult, because ultimately you're going to lose more time than you'll gain by fighting um, to anyone that might be ahead of you. So you really have to think about that here at Nashville, particularly. The outside lane is about 2/10 a lap slower in testing here so far. So it's really, really important that you guys are picking and choosing your battles wisely. You're picking your runs well, and you're making them when you can. So if you've made it this far, make sure you hit like and subscribe. It does a ton to help the channel. Join our Team 53 Discord. We always love having new faces. If you're looking for a short track team, head over to the Discord. Send me a DM. Let's talk about your credentials, what you might be able to offer the team, and we will see you guys in the next video.